16 straight playoff losses.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Go ahead, guys. You guys go first.
I mean, first of all, the crowd was great out there today. I know the football team, they've given us a boost all year, and, you know, everyone else that was there was great. But, you know, the coaches did a great job preparing us for this game. And, you know, we played them two times in 1 week, so, you know, we kind of knew what they were about. But, you know, they're good players. They played well. But, you know, at the end of the day, we executed what we needed to do.
Yeah, like Kel said, I mean, like, yeah, the streak's over, but honestly, like, it's just one step in the road for us. You know, we're not really worried about it. Obviously, it's great, you know, you celebrate in the moment, but honestly, for us as a team, like, we're just ready to go on to the next thing, and that's Vermont. So, you know, we're really excited. We're going to celebrate today, but we're just ready to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, first and foremost, a lot of respect for Lowell, what Pat's done with that program. They got a tremendous senior class that's won a lot of games, and, you know, we knew coming into this game it was going to be hard. To beat a team like that has a lot of experience winning, especially in this setting, in the playoff setting. But you know, credit to our guys. Just tough, gritty, hard-fought win. You know, which we talked about. It's going to happen in playoff basketball. You got to do it on the defensive side of the basketball, and you know, to hold them to 64 points. I think they're averaging close to 80 points a game, or 80 or more. It is a big deal, and we're going to have to continue to do that here as we move forward. Obviously, in Burlington Tuesday night.
Chris, that's what Pat said. He said, what decided the game? He said Maine's defense.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
100%. I mean, that's what we harp on every single day. Like, in practice, no matter where it is, you know, we want to be one of the best defensive teams, not just in the conference, but in the country. And I think we showed that on multiple occasions. When we do that, you know, we're really hard to beat because of all the weapons we have offensively. And then you just turn that from transition defense, you know, and then right to the other end of the floor. So.
You guys had a home crowd like that this season?
Not in my time.
Looked like it rattled Lowell a little bit at times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for you can say that. I mean, they missed some free throws, but like I said, they're good players. They played good. You know, Mincy and Brooks are pretty good players, but they definitely gave us a boost. I know, just being on the court, hearing the crowd, the environment. You know, in my 3 years here, it's probably the loudest it's ever been. So you know, that gave us a big boost for sure.
Yeah, really proud of the community to come out and support these guys. I think, you know, I've been saying that these guys deserve it. You know, Kel, JC, our whole team have really worked hard to get this program to this point right now. All the credit goes to them, and just really happy that the community, the students, the athletes, student athletes, just the whole area of the state came out and really supported them. They deserve it.
Obviously, their two key players got most of their points, but you guys really locked down on the rest of their players, which had to be big for you on a night like that.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, those two guys, Mincy and Brooks, they're big-time players. They have been for a long time, and we know that they're going to play through them. You know, our big thing was we knew that they were going to score some because they were going to get the bulk of the shots, but can we take away the three-point line as best as possible? I think they went 3 for 13 from the three-point line, which was a big part of the game for us. So, but, you know, we worked on that all week. The guys executed it. Again, it's all credit to our guys. Going out and doing it under the lights, which is hard to do. Really proud of it.
You guys, obviously, your 5 starters are solid, but you got a guy like, you know, that you can bring in like Mantis, and you got a guy that protects the lane like Gribben does. He really changes the game.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the beauty of this team. These guys, they probably heard me say it too much this year already, but I think our strength lies in the depth that we have, that it could be a different guy every night. Obviously, these guys have been foundational pieces, but as years have gone on, we've tried to continue to build our depth. And this year, you know, like you mentioned it, Kellen Gribben, Chris Mantis, Logan Carey's played huge minutes for us down the stretch here. You know, we could go on and on. You know, all our guys, obviously our starters as well. You know, I think when we're clicking, when we're playing some of our best basketball, it's just flowing. It can, you know, just you're hitting them from different angles with different guys. So that's what we got to continue to do. We're not about just one guy taking all the shots. We think that gets a little bit easier to guard. And when these guys are sharing the basketball at a high level, making smart decisions, I think we're really hard to guard.
Okay, Jaden, you're up by 13 with 4:33 to go. With a minute 30, it's down to 62. And then the layup that you, I think Gribben set the screen for you. Just tell me about that sequence that led to that gave you that 6-point cushion there after they had made the run.
Yeah, no, you know, first of all, you know, I just thank obviously Coach Markwood for trusting me with the ball in my hands during those certain situations. And, you know, Killian, you know, we've worked on it all week, just being able to tot a ball screen, just basically once I get the guy on my hip or on my back, just him being able to hit his guy so I have a free lane to the thing. And we've done that in practice all kinds of times, you know, all throughout, honestly, non-conference and conference play. So honestly, it was just second nature for us to just kind of get in a role like that and just be on the same level.
Kellen, you're the type of player with the accolades you got that is long gone in today's day and age for the most part, right? Is the moment like tonight and an opportunity like Tuesday the reason you ultimately stayed with this squad?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I love playing for Coach Markwood and the rest of the staff. I love my teammates. That's why I came back. I knew that we could win here, and you know, we added the pieces, kind of like you guys mentioned. Gribbin, you know, Chris and Keelan's been healthy and playing well for us. So, you know, I came back here because I knew we could win here, and I wanted to win here. It means a lot to me to put on this jersey. So, yeah, that's kind of why I came back. You know, to try and try and bring Maine basketball to a place maybe it's never been before.
What did you have to do, Kellen, when you got off to the start? You were 3 for 10 to start the game. They were up by 7 on a couple occasions. What did you guys do just to get back into it and get back?
Well, they do a good job at kind of like, you know, jamming us off cuts, being physical. So, you know, in the timeouts, we were just kind of talking about making sure we're getting open, cutting hard. And we had to, you know, master physicality and kind of excel their physicality. And I think as the game went on, we kind of settled in offensively and defensively. And, you know, we kind of got used to their physicality. And, you know, we, like I just said, we kind of matched it. So.
Kellen, can you just kind of talk about your time here? Obviously a huge season for you this year, Defensive Player of the Year again. But what you can do on the offensive end in the chemistry, just kind of like talk about that, your time here in Maine.
Right. Well, I mean, I've been here 3 years, so I know the system pretty well. And, you know, we run a lot of ball screens, so, you know, if people go under, we have a solution. If people go over, we have a solution. If they're down, we have a solution. And we work on that. We worked on it all preseason, and we continue to work on it throughout the year. So it's kind of just, you know, trusting my work, trusting my teammates too. You know, we have a really good, you know, squad this year, so sometimes I don't really need to take shots in order for us to win. But, you know, I can still have an impact. Like Q shoots the ball really well, so does AJ and Chris. So, you know, just relying on my teammates and also being aggressive when the opportunity is there.
Offensively, Chris, 3 guys with at least 16 and 4 doubles.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint for success.
Yeah, it's what we do. You know, we got a lot of guys, as I said. I think that's our strength. The way we play kind of lends itself to that too. We play kind of what we call ball screen motion, and you know, we really harp on sharing the basketball at a high level and hunting great shots. And I think when we're playing at our best, you see it. Like, that's kind of what we do. We want guys to be individually aggressive within the structure that we give them. And if someone's going to commit 2 defenders to the ball, these guys know, and they know I'm going to be on them. Pass the ball to the open guy, let the ball find the open man. And no one does that better than these 2 guys. You know, I don't know where they are now, but I know for the better part of the year they both were 1 and 2 in assists in the league. And that mentality obviously starts with them.
Coach, tonight was historic for a couple different reasons. You know, is that something that y'all talk about as a team? And on top of that, what does it mean for you to take this team to heights that this program hasn't seen in a while?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're not really talking about the historic side of it. We're just so locked into what we're doing right now. You know, I think all that will come after the season. But for right now, all we have time for is just to focus on the game that's in front of us, the practice that's in front of us. And these guys have done a tremendous job of leading our locker room in terms of that. You know, there'll be a time and place for that. But right now, you know, we got a good one tonight, and we know we're playing a really good program on Tuesday that we're going to have to be our best, and it's going to take our full attention starting tonight, you know. So that's kind of where our mindset is. I don't want to kind of push the question to the side, but that's kind of how we feel right now, you know. And I know it's a big deal. I know it's been a long time. I was a part of the team that won the last one, you know, so I know how long it's been, but you know, for me right now in this group, we're just focused on what we have to do moving forward.
And Jaden had the steal right after you had the layup, and then you fed Gribbin for the dunk. So I mean, looked like they were wearing out at the end because I think you turned them over like 3 or 4 times in the last 3 minutes. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, no, you know, honestly, with my ability, you know, I've obviously learned a couple things. Obviously, playing with him for the last 3 years, you know, like I harp on it all the time. Every time I'm in an interview, like his anticipation, his aggression on the ball. That's where I usually get myself, being able to learn from him, being him in the last 3 years when I came in as a freshman, being able to see that. And then just team defense, you know, when guys turn their back, you know, we know on scout when certain guys drives, you know what certain moves are going to do. So just being able to follow a scout, and, you know, the guy drove baseline, Brooks drove baseline, he turned around and just threw it out wildly, but we knew we were ready for him to pass it out, try and repost. But once he threw it out, it was already game over from there. So
Coach, what's the key? You're facing Vermont now for a third time on Tuesday.
Yeah.
New Hampshire gave them quite a battle earlier today. What's some of the things that you need to do to win in
Yeah,
Vermont?
it's going to be a rock fight. We played them twice. You know, it was a tie game with 40 seconds left at their place. It was really close here as well. You know, I think we ended up losing by 4 here. So I expect a battle. It's playoff basketball. We know what we're walking into. We know it's a great venue. We know there's going to be a good crowd. Again, we're just focused on ourselves, you know, and it's not a knock on anybody else, but we feel like when we play really good basketball, we can compete and beat anybody in this league. And, you know, when you get to March, it's just about going out and playing sound, clean, disciplined basketball. And if we do that, I love our chances.